Hello, I am back for more streaming. As you see, I've switched over to Runeterra. Just based on some of the lagging we're still going to try and fix for Magic, but it was a good test. It was working, it was coming through, so I will continue to do so definitely in the future as I kind of figure out more ways to make it work. Um, it might just be at some point it's going to do those lags. I've been hearing from other streamers. I know Alice was talking about the other day about just the Streamlabs skip frame issue. Hopefully it's something on that side. I've determined a couple things now, so I can look into it a little more and see if there's any way to kind of mess around with that a little bit. But for now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to do some Runeterra, which generally hasn't had the same issues. But that way, at least we can make sure. Um, kind of thing. The only thing I'm not sure on is it's not sound. So have it on. Well, let's try something then. Generally, just for those blossoming streamers who might be watching mine, see me starting up and failing a little bit. Basically, there is. I'm kind of using a splitter just in case I want to listen to music at some point or have sounds going a different place. But as a result, it sometimes doesn't always update the way it needs to. So I'm gonna try to see if that works. It's not coming through. Okay, so is it not coming through? Make sure. So let's try this again. See if we can't get that to use the correct volume stuff. But to explain my title for those who might not have seen recently, I only just logged in and saw it today. There has been a patch today, 1.5. Um, and apparently 2 weeks after they released Gauntlet now, so the new game mode, you try to get 7 wins without getting 2 consecutive losses, you know. Um, I believe I played it on one of the streams. With that, they have now done another one, which is what they're calling their experimental version. So basically, it's called Labs. It's from what it sounds like, it's going to be trying different modes basically out the same way that rotating game mode works in League or kind of Friday Night Magic has been for Arena, those kinds of things. So they can kind of mess around a little bit. The first one, which is after my own heart, is titled ARAM. For those that don't know where that acronym comes from, ARAM, in League of Legends, there is a mode that basically is one lane, you run each other, you try to kill the other champions. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I actually really enjoy it because it's very simple on how it does that. But the whole point of it is you get a random champion. You don't get to pick your champion for it. It is all random and all mid. That's the idea, being like kind of like mid lane. Um, so with that, they're basically where you pick random champions and then get the deck based on what champions you did. So kind of the way Jumpstart or the card game Smash Up, if you own that. Um, now I can hear it coming through. Yep, there it's coming through. Okay, it just didn't pick up the first time for some reason. And then it stops. A little bizarre. Okay, so it's not just that. And oop, look at that. Well, it seems like sound's just broken on it. I don't know if they've said anything in patches or stuff. So, um, how does that? Why is that doing that? Cause it's not coming. Yeah, it was coming through there for a little bit. So we're gonna try. I think we're just gonna go ahead and start streaming it. Maybe it'll come back. I'm not sure, but basically, so this vault that usually you see this vault, um, it is switching, so it's actually gonna be on Thursdays. So prior to what I said previously, and then it looks like they almost. It's talked about daily quests now. It looks like it. I can't remember if I actually let it go to 3 or if it just refilled it for now to maybe help out. But then also, let's see, so the game mode hasn't shown up yet. So I think it's not releasing maybe until a certain period of time. The gauntlet still shows, and it still shows the singleton gauntlet coming up. So that hasn't changed at all. But in any other mode, I haven't been able to find anything that basically allows you to play that mode, the labs mode. So unless, because it wouldn't be in any of your decks, because the whole idea is that you make a random deck. So hopefully that's going to come out soon. I don't know if they show it in the patch notes. They haven't updated the patch notes yet, which makes me think that the full patch hasn't come in yet. They're still saying the whole new mode being Gauntlet, and they show in patch notes 1.4. So hopefully it will show up soon and we can try it out, but for the time being, I think we're just going to go ahead and do some expedition. So I'll update the stream thing in just a second to that. And yeah, we'll do an expedition because I have a couple tokens saved up. I could technically do 3 in a row if I wanted, and we can kind of go that route and see what's going on. Yep. So begin that trial. Okay, so Zed's not bad because you kind of go really crazy really fast. So that's always an option. Vladimir feels a little harder to pull off in Expedition. I mean, it's possible, but it's just you generally are not being able to set up your mid range there. Yeah, I think we go with an aggressive deck. That was helping tonight in on the other side. Yeah, I think let's go kind of shield wall. Let's go that route. Let's go completely Ionia, apparently. I don't think Sun is going to make sense. Yeah, let's just get some 4-drops in there. Shove them in. Um, again, just kind of... Yeah. Just get some early game, just kind of slam-a-jamma, and go that route and see what we can do. Yeah, let's get some more in those Inspiring Mentors. They're pretty good. Nice elusive stuff. Um, that's not bad. Stunning's not bad. I feel like if we're gonna get to late game, Horn of the Dragon's gonna be a lot better, I think. Although that's nice, I think, yeah, we're gonna have to go this route. Oh, we have another one, that's kinda nice, actually. That's kinda nice for quick summons, which is kinda what we're doing. Yeah, I'll throw a couple 1-drops in there, make it a little better curve. Because that curve's not great right now. I don't think I'm playing Deny much. Let's go this route with some Discipline. We're not really playing a lot of spells. We actually only have 3, so this is probably not great. Let's go ahead and go this route. That's not bad. Nice Spirit's Refuge do we have at this point? We only have 1. Let's go this route. Can I get some more Navori looking stuff? This might be good too, because getting that through to make my 6-drop cheaper is not a bad idea. Yeah, why not? We'll get the 7-drop. Get some later game stuff maybe. And yeah, we'll do this. This seems good. Anything we want to replace? I don't think any of these are necessarily better for us, so we're gonna skip that trade. And we're gonna go into it. We're gonna try our best on this one, because I'm not as confident in this deck. This is definitely something that is a little more out of my playstyle, but I've noticed aggro is generally doing a lot better. This method with this. I did that. That's a little new. Never had it shrink like that on me before. There we go. Fix it up. Yeah, that sounds just kind of messed up, but so we're gonna go ahead. We don't attack on one, so this is a little awkward, but I think it's best for us because then we have that to block. Whatever they bring out, we can play that on 2. Well, I mean, we'll get in for 2, which is nice, unless they play something. But giving this barrier probably the best at this point. Oh, they're gonna, that's fine. I don't think they realize they're on the attack. It's a bit odd. They really should save that, but like, because I still get in for the 2. I don't think they realize they had the attack token there. To be fair, I've messed up a lot on stream, so maybe they're also streaming. Who knows? Give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's move this up a little bit. There we go. There. There we go. That's gonna look better for you. I think we're gonna pass, honestly, because I'd rather bank it. Um, they're probably gonna attack here, which if I wanted, I really could just give something barrier, but that's a little crazy. I'd rather set up for a turn 4 on this side. I think we're gonna do this. Burst, give that barrier. Then we're gonna play this. And basically they can't attack with their 3-3 now, because they attack with their 3-3, they're definitely going to lose it. Which they seem okay with, I guess. And I'll block here. I have no problem with that one. They must have some... No? They're just going to lose their Crimson. Okay. Because that kind of leaves me with a 5-2 for next turn. With the ability to barrier and lifesteal if I really wanted. But... Yeah, I think we're just going to attack here, because getting down Zed is going to be a lot nicer in a second here. Yeah, I might just do this and bank some mana. Get down some 1-2s. Because we haven't really had anything that's buffed that up. This can't, what is it, can't block? Yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw this down. Get a couple 1-2s. And end the round. And then if they try to do stuff, we can just bury it and really kind of mess with them a bit. Get down Zed, attack with Zed. Kind of mess with their plans a little bit. Okay, so they're going to Frostbite there, which is fine. Because I still have the 1-2s, so I'm going to be able to easily block them. Not really sure of their plans of why they're attacking, but I mean, if they want to, I'm not going to stop them. I mean, it gives me a very nice block from them. I mean, unless they're just trying to kill my units as quick as possible, but I mean, as I kind of pointed out, I'm going to have that 5-2 next turn if they're not getting rid of it, which is what I presume they would do. So I'm not really sure of their choices. Because I played 2 mana, and I'm going to block their 5 mana or 4 mana worth of creatures, whereas I'd only played 2. Because I didn't play this. It just was spawned. So I presume they're going to do something. Okay, they're going to heal themselves. I mean, this is an amazing trade for me. Like, they lose a lot of power where I just am getting rid of their creatures. I bring out a Zed. And because I can't bank anything, I might as well put this out, even though I'm not going to have the elusive bonus. Just based on how the mana works. But, I mean, that goes ahead and that allows me to massively do this, which is a huge play. Um, that's weird that they're frostbiting that, because the Zed's gonna level up unless he was frostbit. So I guess this is a survival tactic for them until they get to. Maybe they're playing an enlightened deck, I guess? No? Yeah, they have a Nivea. Okay, so they're playing an enlightened deck, so they're trying to get to 10 mana as quick as possible without dying. The problem is that they're very likely dying right now, based on what they've done. They're gonna deal 2 to all units, fair enough. I'm thinking I'm actually going to do this. This seems very bad, but at the same time, this will ensure that I still have my 5/2 for whatever they decide to do next turn. Um, and I still have Zed to attack with if I want to. Yeah, let's do this. That way I can make things cheaper, worst case. Because I'm gonna have 10 mana, which is nice. I can play this down for cheap, kind of go that route. I don't actually know how this interacts if it's going to do both of them. I would doubt it's going to do both of them, but I don't know how it breaks a tie when the card's exactly the same. Most expensive unit. Yeah, that would be one of these, so maybe it'll do both at once and it'll be really worth it. That is not good. Nice part is I do have something to block it, they just don't realize it. I'm going to do this. You know, then it allows me enough to still play this if I want to. And it really makes it where they can't do much about it. Oh, they are attacking into it. I didn't see that coming, I will be honest. I think my best bet is here, and burst that here. Because that's going to mean that the Wolverine dude still is going to die. I don't lose Zed. Those are going to trade, and I'm going to be held with a lot better of a trade on my side. Because I actually have enough to destroy them right now. Which I'm going to try and do. Because I get that as well, which they probably forgot about. And that buffs that up. So they'd have to kill either both Zed and the Shadow, or Zed or Shadow plus another ally. No, that still won't be enough. They have to do two, so they have to do both. Yeah, that won't be enough. Um, so I'll just give them that kind of good game, and we'll go that route. It does look kind of nice. I like, because they did update this quest kind of model here. It does look a lot cleaner than they had before, I will be honest. I liked the circle, but this looks a lot nicer, a lot easier to manage on seeing it. Um, so I do see why they made that change to go that route. I'm gonna try and see if I can't get sound, and I have it because I have an idea for it. Maybe it's something about going through that line, so we're gonna try it out here in a second. Another Zed would not be a bad idea. I do like Jeweled Protector, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go the Yasuo side here. I don't have a ton of stun and recall. Yeah, I really don't do much of that is the problem. So Yasuo's kind of just a 4/4 quick attack. Just not really a lot of recall. Might be better to do Twin Disciplines, actually. That's a good combat trick, especially with Zed. And the Shen, I don't think I'm going to see him played a lot on that. Yeah, so let's just go full on to Zed, go that route. And like I said, let me try again, see if I can't fix this issue here. With a couple messing around with stuff. Okay, so let's see here. So if I try that, try this. And we'll see how this is going. Okay, sounds coming through. Okay, it's staying. So we're gonna try this. I think I fixed the issue at this point. We'll kind of see if that's the direction we want to take it. I'll fix the issues that now I've basically created on my stream software, but we can deal with that later. So you can see it kind of all shows it together instead of the pop-up there. I don't know if they're gonna get rid of this button, because it's kind of odd to have that when you now have this on every screen, which, speaking of that, in case you haven't seen that, you now can look at it on other screens, which is really nice, because I don't believe we had that before. I feel like I would have noticed that. So I do like that kind of inlay where you can look at it whenever, like with your friends list, and go that route, which I don't think we have anyone online playing. Oh, I should hide people. Yeah, we have no one online. I think on that side, by the way, we're almost to the card back at this point. So we do want to kind of press for that here. Preferably tonight would be awesome, but we'll see kind of how these expeditions go in terms of getting the experience. We are playing Ionia units, which is one of our quests. And we, as you saw, we just finished the other one. So hopefully that will help. We'll kind of see how that goes. The only thing I guess with quests I'd like to see is it updating in real time in game would be nice, just so, because there's sometimes where I want to stick in a game to make sure I get a quest and then I can't remember, did I, actually complete that quest, or am I not sure? Who knows? Ooh, this is kind of nice. We can get 2 2/2s for 2 on next one. So we're gonna go ahead, do that
to gain the strength of rivers.
Because then we still get a 1-drop out for attacking.
Tea for 2.
And then we can get basically a 2/2 out, which is really nice. Next turn, 2 2/2s, and we're going to kind of spiral a little bit out of control is the idea. Because then we also have a 3-drop.
Who's ready to wreck it?
You have a 2/2? I also have a couple 2/2s. And they're probably not going to attack with just the... unless they want to. I mean, it's basically just a 2/2 though, so I feel like it's a bad idea. We're going to attack with both of these, because they have the option to block it if they, or to spell if they don't. But I'm basically just going to be making a bunch of 2/2s at this point. Yep, they didn't want to, so we can do the combination again, where it's Inspiring Mentor followed by Navori Highwayman.
No going back.
Oh, so they do have something with quick attack, so I want to keep this for next turn, but we're going to go ahead.
You'll thank me later.
And we're just going to overwhelm their board a bit, because the idea is to kind of force them to do something. They're going to deal 1 to that, okay. They might have something else in hand, I'm guessing.
Heard you're new in the area.
But look at that, we have a full board by turn 3. This deck is online, it is doing what it wants to do, which is great. And the nice part is they're probably going to attack with Katarina thinking they're safe, and I have this Twin Disciplines, which generally you wouldn't see in a deck like this. But at this point, that's just kind of a nice tradition. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass, because I mean, if they don't attack, then I just have the extra. Obviously I'm just gonna throw the 1/1 in front of it, because I'm gonna want to put down Zed for next turn.
Someone get him up!
Okay, that was their scouting, so I'm gonna want to pass still.
I guess we're really doing this.
And we're gonna throw a 2-2 there, a 2-2 there. And we're gonna throw a 2-2 here, but we're gonna burst it into basically trying to kill this Katarina. Because they only have 1 mana. So they basically, yeah, they'd have to have a certain spell and they don't have it, so. You know, what's a little annoying is she levels up as soon as she strikes, which is a first strike thing. But at least we keep ours out. Kind of forgot about that, which is why they were so gung-ho to probably attack at that point. I think I'm gonna play this, because the thing is, if they play down Katarina, I can still attack with this, and they have to block now. They don't have an option.
Do not deny me.
Because if this levels up, they're in trouble.
We go as one.
It looks like they have quick attack, but they don't actually have it until they attack. So yeah, because I'm doing 11 to them on this turn if they don't block, which I presume they'll want to. They actually don't. Interesting.
I am the shadow.
Because, like I said, I got my Zed leveled up. I know I have a second Zed in the stack. So that's kind of the nice side of it. They're probably going to want to attack, but I can just block with, you know, yeah, just this. I mean, they don't have any overwhelm or anything. She just goes away, and that's kind of that. I mean, I could probably.
Demacian needs heroes.
Yeah, I can go this and give it barrier. That's probably gonna be nice.
Tenacity through trial.
That's gonna force them to not attack with Quinn, likely, which is what I want. I want to force them into a problem where they can't attack right now. Interesting. So we're gonna do that.
You'll pay.
I am going to do this because that's gonna save my Zed then. Unless they kill it. They have to have some kill spell, like Arcane. No, they wouldn't have Arcane, because that, I believe, is only Piltover's one. Okay, so they're basically gonna really make sure they can kill my Zed, which I think is gonna hurt them in the end, though, because they need another blocker, and now they don't have one. Also, just kind of hoping that, you know. I mean, at this point, I might as well go with some elusives, because they either have to remove the elusives, or I just hit them for 4. Which I think they're probably realizing, because they have to play something now.
Time for the main event. They cannot strike what they cannot see.
Yeah, because they can give allies
Betcha I
damage.
kill more of them.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, you're in for it.
Just in case this doesn't work, but this should work. Unless they can kill one of them. They're still very far behind though, so this is not necessarily going to help them win at this point. They have no spells to cast. Yeah, I just realized they don't have mana. Oh, we win. Okay. I think they just didn't realize that I had some elusives there and they thought they were fine. Otherwise they probably would have held up some mana for something. Or they just knew they were dead at that point. But see, we attacked enough units, we cleared off this quest, and we are flying up through this right here. Because we can finish this, we can go for a different card back, which I think at this point is probably going to be Freljord. There's definitely a lot of cards in Freljord that are pretty nice for some decks that I play. It also seems in very strong. Otherwise, Noxus is not bad nowadays, so that might be the direction I go there. I think I like Gem Protector better here, actually. We're gonna go that route. Oh, come on, let's get to another champion select. Let's see. get. This is nice for attack on 1 for sure. So I think we're gonna go that route. Because you basically it doesn't matter if they put down someone, basically they're playing Teemo, then they have a chance to block this turn 1, but there's no way otherwise, so we can basically get down a nice 2-1 that's going to hit him for sure, which 2 damage on the first attack is very nice to really get things going. And we're going to kind of just start scaling up. Yeah, see, they have a 2-1, but it's not be able to block this. But they do get that spell mana back, so that's kind of that difference, but we'll see how it goes here, depending. I'd like to give this to the Lifeblade, I think, because that's going to be the better side to go to, I think, out of everything. Yeah, close just going to be another elusive for attacking next turn. Looks like they're a spell deck, though, or at least card draw, something with Vi, maybe for playing cards, low cards. So we'll see how that goes.
Nothing but the stink of blood and sweat.
I can learn from watching you.
I'm okay with that trade right now if they do go this route. The trade gets better, obviously, if I can get Inspiring Mentor down, but fair enough. Well, I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, let's go
My
with
training
Blood
is
Scout an extra,
unconventional.
because that's going to be really good next turn then to get in for 3.
Where's the artillery?
Alright, they're going to hit that to draw a card, which means they probably have Vi in hand. They're trying to get some stuff down. If they had Twisted Fate, they would have wanted to wait to do that until Twisted Fate was around.
Everything's better with company.
Says
So we're going to hope that they don't have any elusives, because if that's the case, we're going to hit them for 6, which, again, just very aggro. Yeah, so they're... because right now we're going to have 2 3-1s that are both elusive, which is quite good. Yeah, they don't have anything, so we're going to attack. We have the minion advantage, the follower advantage, we have that. We're going to be able to play that next turn. We have to 4, 5, 6 now lined up. This, giving that, oh,
Deal me in.
that's going to be good.
I'm a people person.
So they're going to basically clear my board, which is unfortunate, but that makes sense why they played that. I am going to play this just to be able to start gaining life.
All or nothing.
I think we're going to block
This isn't
here,
part of the
and that's
training.
it. Because right now they're hitting us with 4, and Twisted Fate's going to be a bit, because he hasn't seen them draw any cards. So that's going to take a little bit, and I can recall it, which is nice. So we're going to go ahead and attack before they can get anything out. They might be able to kill it. Nope, they're going to basically try to draw a bit of it up. I can count. I'm good. Because see, they're trying to get stuff onto him. The nice part is I'm going to heal from each of these, which is why this nice little lifesteal portion makes it worth the 4 mana.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
Okay, see, they're drawing a bunch of cards, so I'm thinking I'm going to play this down. I might have to play that next turn depending on how their card draw goes. But he's only at 4 right now, and I can do it in response to something, because it's a fast spell. So I can recall him in response to something crazy shenanigans starting. Because they have a lot of cards, but they haven't done much with those cards.
Bilgewater's lawless, but bounties pay. No bounties here.
Yeah, I think, well, because what, they have no more mana actually, so this is okay to drop this. Because, you know, they're going to try to kill one of this, I get that, but this is basically going to be a very big problem for them next turn. That, you know.
Lady Luck is smiling.
Yeah, they're basically going to try to kill my stuff. Not a whole lot to do about that. Very good play, gotta give them that. Nice part is that next turn it's gonna be a little tougher for people to deal with. And I still have my recall, which is the nice part. Because they're dangerously close on that one.
A game.
Go on
So
then.
that's fine
Watch
with
the
me.
ball, folks.
Wait a minute.
Fair enough.
Say your farewells.
Totally still fine. But basically they're going to start losing minions fast. Only problem is that actually they did float it up. So they were able to play a burst spell. They probably realized I had this.
I
The
guess
nice
you
part is
can
I
win
can
them
do
all.
stuff in response to them playing that card generally. Okay, that's fine. This be a fast spell, come on. If I can get a fast spell, they can get... Yeah, so I'll be able to hit it all for 1, which does not actually hurt me right now. But I am going to go ahead and... Yeah, because when you play him and you don't get that, so I'm going to do this just to stop them. And then they have to use their mana next turn to play that
Who
down.
says I don't share?
Nice part is, you know, they're going to kill my spell, unfortunately, but... There's not a whole lot I can do about this, unless I can give this overwhelm somehow, which I don't have the ability right now in my deck to do so. So this might be a loss, just based on what's going on.
Back at the table.
We're gonna do this just to kind of possibly slow down the Twisted Fate. They have to play a lot of cards to be able to mess with that. And we're gonna hope that's helpful in our way then at that point. Just to see what's going on there. We did kind of slow them down, obviously, because they stopped playing things. Now, the only thing that confuses me is generally, I mean, I guess that is a build for our card, so you could have something that makes you deep, but usually you don't see things making deep.
Soak it in.
So that I'm actually a little intrigued by. I may have to play everything out,
I see a
unfortunately,
little backup has arrived.
You need
because
new
I
jokes,
need to
man.
get some damage down. I need to be able to have some threat on the board. Yeah, 'cause they're gonna... Yep, that's gonna hit everything for 1. Probably because Twisted Fate is leveled up and I didn't play it safe enough.
I'm a
probably
people
done this
person.
game. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna play some mana, make that a 4/4. Again, just really put some threat on them to worry about this.
There's plenty of killing left.
Again, not great, but you know, that's how sometimes it crumbles on that. Good night. They are attacking, which is odd. Makes me think they have a combat trick. Because they've already had the 3 plays, I think, this round, right? Yeah, they've already done all 3 this round. So, I mean, I can easily do this, and
Don't
this,
test me.
and block it and be fine. Which is why, like I said, I'm a little confused by their choice. I mean, I guess this doesn't kill one of those, but it didn't before, so it's a little odd of a choice, but... I think my best bet is just to attack all out again. They're probably going to trade the 6-1 with the 4-2. Because then they don't lose one of their 3/3s. But, I mean, at this point they have to block the 7-5. That's the nice part, is that they have to lose a minion to that every turn until they kill it.
Take it up with my friends.
Interesting. Okay. Those will trade. We're 2-2. However, they have a million cards with 12 mana. So I find it, yeah, I find it unlikely that I'm winning this game.
Eyes
So I'm
open.
thinking I'm just gonna sort of save some time. They probably have a bye, and they're probably gonna attack with the next turn and use that to kill me. But if they wanted to finish the quest, they should have done that earlier. Let's see what my swap is. I still like... That is nice, but I still think I like this one better. Just for the general play style you can do with it. So, come on, third win. Usually at least try to hit 3. Last one I did on the last stream, the second trial, which I finished up off stream, I only got 2 wins, but I got the first 3 wins on stream, which is why it's nice to go that route. Oh my gosh. I think I have to go this route. I really have to play it safe, you know, with both of those on the field. I think I'm definitely gonna play this again, just to get in for 2. The sooner I can kill them, the sooner this game can be done. I can get to 3 wins, and the nicer it is.
Catch me if you can! Down from the trees!
Okay, so they're grabbing a 6-mana spell. Fair enough. 6 plus, I guess. It's not necessarily 6. But I hit him for 2. Fair enough. And then I think I'm going to play the Green Glade. Because then, on my next attack, I could do a double this route and just really go nuts. Yeah, I think this is probably the better way to go for right now on this turn. Depending on what they do, of course. I'm not going to go out there. They are a spell-based deck with 6 mana available.
Danger paid.
Yeah, they're likely gonna attack with that. Otherwise, they just bank some mana. And it's nice. But they're probably gonna try to kill this, which is the unfortunate part. Right, they might not. They might be really confused with why I'm passing, which is the hope. Wow, yeah, no, they didn't. Okay. Because basically, I'm gonna go ahead then and summon this, which is gonna summon 2 allies. And then 1 more, and I hit them for 7, bringing them to 11. That's... Actually, I could have all-out attacked, depending on what they play next.
Blood and guts, golden
Yeah,
glory.
that means I all-out attack, for sure. And then I think, actually, next turn making this a 5/5 is going to be pretty bad for them. I feel like they definitely have to actually block here. The only problem is none of the blocks are good for them. They actually can block. So we'll see how that goes.
Reel 'em in.
But I want them to get their 4 powers off because I want when my 5 drop comes down. Yeah. Okay. Because otherwise they'll just challenge us immediately, which is annoying. But what are they doing? Summon 2 powder kegs. That's never a good sign. They're gonna do something this time, no? Okay. Fair enough.
Stare at the abyss. It'll stare back.
So that's gonna make that a 3-1, which hopefully will dissuade them from attacking.
Set the hook.
Nope, because they're just gonna do that. The nice part is This is what, a 5-drop? So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna recall that. Basically, then they don't have it for next turn. They lose their thing there.
Better than eating.
I can pass. And they only have 2 mana to play, so they didn't actually hit face. So they're only gonna draw 1 card here, which is nice. That's kind of not as worth it. Not that I think that's going to happen a lot less, because right now it's 2 mana, it's going to turn to 3 mana once the change happens. I think that's really going to modify how a lot of this works. Let's go ahead and just pull this in.
And you're paying.
Hit them for 5, which is going to be pretty good. And then I think that definitely opens up where we give this to Shadow Assassin +5/+5 in the elusive side, because they are not close to deep, right? Yeah, they have a bit to go. The idea is to kill them before they get to that point. Yes, we're gonna play this, putting that on there.
Where do you stand on cold shots?
Yeah, they're not gonna get deep very quickly unless they actually have the whole toss 2, draw 2. They might be trying to catch me out on it. The nice part is that at this point, I don't think it's gonna be a huge issue.
A game.
Yeah, they're playing a lot of
Go
pool
on,
sharks,
then.
so they're trying to specifically do something about it. Problem is they should have attacked there, because now I have the 5/5. And if they don't do something about my board state here, then they're kind of in trouble. Well, the problem is they have enough to block, so I have to kind of start putting stuff out. So I think we're going to go ahead and...
You'll thank me later.
I don't know if this means they die, so I'm going to do this.
Fear the shrouded path.
I walk your path alone.
They're going to get through with one of them, so that's,
It's
I
too
think their
late for
prerogative at
you.
this point. Because I think they're trying to get to deep as quick as possible, but at this point, yeah, I attack next round, they know they're dead. I think they realized it as soon as they couldn't get that card draw. Because they were definitely relying on getting to deep. They had so many sea monsters in hand, and sea monsters are pretty overpriced until you get to deep. So just got that win, which is nice. Cause that finishes at least our daily PvP wins. We also get to have another one. It might not be a bad idea to go this route. To have it deny. Really don't have a lot of recall still. And that would definitely level up Yasuo quickly, but it's also a 9-drop. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. So we're gonna go with Shield Wall. I'm gonna try this. We'll get 1 deny in our deck. Never hurts. And we'll go that route. This is... It would be perfect if we're attacking on 1. Unfortunately, we're not, so this is going to be something that... Now, we might play actually low and just start banking mana, especially having that Dragon Protection. We're going to kind of see what they play first.
They'll never see me
I'm going to do this. It seems weird to do this, but... We have 2 of them, and so we want to use that mana efficiently. And this way we can get an attack on them immediately. And then we can react to what they're doing. Which is nothing, so we're gonna do this.
That's my resting face.
Because that's gonna allow us basically to have this nice insta big person. Yeah, actually I could make that really large next turn if I wait to play these. Now the only thing I'm a little unsure on is they probably have some elusives. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. But they have ways to deal with it just like I have ways to deal with it. But we're gonna put a 4/2 down then. Because that way we just have this for next time.
Hang on, Buzzball.
Hey!
They'll never
They
see
hit me
us
for
coming.
2, yeah.
Two worlds, one balance.
We'll go ahead, we're gonna basically force them to have to do stuff to Shen. Because a 4/2 with barrier is gonna get pretty bad for them. The nice part is that having this Dragon Protection means that I can take some damage on Shen, and I can just kind of, not heal it, but basically buff it back up, so I can keep giving things barrier, and they keep losing things. We're gonna kind of see how that goes. What do they got? Okay, they're gonna deal 3 to that. Fair enough. Not a whole lot I can do about that, apparently. You know,
My friends.
stuff it. I think I'm still gonna attack because I don't think they're gonna block with this. And if they do, it's very good for me. But yeah, I think I might as well just get the 3 damage in. Now, if they go ahead and don't attack immediately, I think this is a good play for me because I nullify their attack entirely. Because here's an elusive unit they can't deal with. Hopefully. I mean, they might be able to deal with it, but we're gonna kind of wait to see. Okay, they have something
Your
that can...
choice will have consequences.
Just in case. They're probably not gonna play anything else, but that will at least make some trouble.
Full speed ahead.
Yeah, they're probably gonna... Oh, they actually didn't challenge anything. Fair enough. Well, then I think I'm gonna do
First
this.
step's the hardest.
We're just gonna make this, like... I don't think we can make it really large.
They picked the wrong row?
I kind of see what they're gonna do, because we kind of presented them with a very tough issue right now. We still have this combo, which is nice.
I sense an imbalance.
T for 2. Catch me if you can. I'll show
Yeah, I
you
think we're
how
just gonna
it's
attack.
done.
We're gonna make some really tough decisions for them, because right now we're threatening 12 damage, so they have to block some stuff. Now, they know they should know I have this. Gotcha, they're trying to make that a 5/1 to be able to kill that, basically. Which I'm fine trading that, to be fair, because
Where are you going?
that is really a nuisance. Wow, I can't speak tonight. That is really a nuisance for me because I don't have a lot of elusive right now. Whereas they have a 4/3 of elusive and that. That's only gonna get bigger, unfortunately.
Very well.
Yep, this seems fine.
This one will do.
That still seems fine for me.
As it had to be.
I'm still coming out ahead, which is nice. I think we're gonna play this.
The dark beckons.
And we're basically gonna put pressure on them because we can block that unit now. That's the idea. We can still block that unit, which means that they either have to challenge something else or just know that it's gonna die. The nice part is I can also put this down for this turn, so even if they try to kill that, I have that option as well. And that kind of allows then for me to play that late as well.
Ask. Shh, quietly.
Because basically I'm trying to make it where they can't actually just play the elusive game.
The wrong row?
Now, my guess is they're still going to want to attack. If they don't, then that's fine. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do. I'm going to lose that. I understand that. But I presume they're going to play something.
My final test was mine.
Gotcha, so they want to make that
Sounds
trade.
dangerous. I'm in. Closing in on the mark.
Or see, I'm fine making this trade because I want Ezreal low. Also, I just don't want him to get the extra, because I have so many things that can die to the Arcane Burst. It's Arcane Burst, right? Or Mystic Shot. Why am I calling it Arcane Burst? I don't know. There's so much that can die to the Mystic Shot that I really don't want them to have that. I'd rather take the 2 damage here. Especially knowing that I have this.
Speaks through me.
That means you can't.
Because they have to block this or they're dead. It'd probably be smart for them to block something else, but
This one's trouble.
No sweat.
now what they don't realize is I have a way to give that barrier and lifesteal, which is going to really help me out if I need to do this now, basically. So they don't actually make a trade like they thought they would. I also gain some life, hitting for 2, and then they don't have that. And they now have an empty board. Whereas I can... They also have one, which is... Now the nice part is I also have things that can block. So... I have that nice option where I'm just going to end the round, I'm going to have stuff to block theirs pretty easily. Unless they can give it elusive. Now, if they can give it elusive, I deserve to go. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do there. That's just how the cookie will crumble at that point. I think I'll want to play this to draw a card to see if I can get my recall. Because getting a recall at this point would be very good against that.
Shh, quietly.
Silent as death.
Ooh, Deny is almost better, actually. Because this is going to allow me to have a lot more power of removing any combat tricks that they're holding on to. And if it's a burst, there's only so much I can do, but... See, that I'm okay with, because...
I'm all warmed up.
I can still block this. So I can throw this on top of there. I can throw this
You
there.
cannot escape.
Can't do much about that, but... We'll have to do this. And block. Now, I'm still gonna take 4, unfortunately. But I get rid of one of their elusive units. I replenish.
Heard you're new in the area.
Down from the trees.
And basically gonna have to block something on
You
here.
can only turn back.
Okay, they're gonna decide to trade, which is fine by me. Again, I'm in the lead on this. So, I'm willing to make that trade. Especially because I have some lifesteal in my back pocket.
You're not getting through. I won't feel a thing.
I'm like, they have to block it. If they don't block there, they're dead. So it's kind of interesting that they were considering not blocking it because of the double strike. And the nice part is I don't think it has the double attack during its blocking side. So they're actually losing their unit where I'm still going to have mine. As I think that interaction is, which is why they don't like it. Oh, I am Nutter. Thanks for following. Aloha to you as well. Thanks for stopping in. You might be my good luck charm here where things happen to work out. So thanks for jumping in.
They cannot strike what they cannot see.
What they don't realize is I also have one of those. So basically I can block them from it. The nice part, even though most of mine can die to a Mystic Shot at this point, I have this to stop the Mystic Shot, which probably will end the game. Unless they're going to try to end by mushrooms. That is also a possibility. I would be very shocked if that happened, but basically at this point, if they play anything and don't just attack me, I'm going to stun both of theirs. Oh, maybe I shouldn't stun both of theirs. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that, because I would want to do that next turn to get a good attack, because... Okay, so they're going to get that Challenger, fair enough.
Runaway bite!
Challenge. And challenge that, that's not what I expected. I'm okay with it, but it's not what I expected. I'd presume they'd want to do the 2-2. Yeah, because then they can get through.
Strike for the
Yeah.
balance.
Of course, I know full well that I can stun both of them, so we're just gonna pass, which is probably gonna unnerve them a little bit, but at this point, I think we might as well put barrier on it too.
I'll do what must be done.
So we're also gonna stun them. I probably will see a surrender here because I have a full board full of things that amount to way too much damage for them. Yeah, so we win. We get a little further in that expedition, which is nice because we're getting closer and closer to that card back. The only thing I'm not fully sure on how that works is when we end an experience, if it just sits in there. Because that might be something where I might go over, but if I don't test it out, I won't know. So we'll try that out. Inspiring. Sonic Wave would be interesting because that has basically 3 mana of really good stats. I think that's better than this because we're not having problems getting followers at this point. We're not having a problem keeping them. So I think it'd be better to have that option of being able to challenge them and get something like a Teemo, like a Ezreal off the board pretty easily if we want to. Just some combat tricks. At burst speed, which is always going to be nice. Also make sure that we can, if we have Shen out, or Zed, we can put stuff in front of it on purpose, so. That would be nice. Okay, Zed and a Twisted Fate. Now this, we're attacking on 2, so this is actually kind of nice. We're gonna get 2 1/1s, or 2 1/2s on second turn. So I'm gonna go this route. I'd love to draw 1 mana, but no. Because yeah, they're playing the same deck we are basically, which makes me feel like I picked a good deck because it seems like we're playing a lot of Ionia style elusive stuff happening. A lot of Zed quick attack kind of things. Yeah, I think we're gonna go here because if they trade, we still win out. And if they don't, we also get 2 mana through. So, or 2 damage through. Yeah, they're likely gonna trade, which, again, totally fine. Because, again, we come out ahead here. We still have a minion on board, we have the same cards. Yeah, we're down at life, but at least this way we can have something with it. Ooh, that's nice.
Pledge yourself to the shadows. Do not deny me. We go as one.
Boss said so.
We're gonna mess with them a little bit. This way they can't actually level up their Zed. Yeah, we lose a minion from it, but it really delays their Zed level up, like, and where we can just throw ours down and cause them kind of some issues.
I am the blade in the darkness.
Because we basically want to delay anything. You know, if they play their Zed down, they're gonna have to block, which is not gonna be good for them. Yeah, they're just gonna see. They're gonna put some random followers down. We're gonna go ahead and still attack with this. That's still really good for us for a trade. Is that they're gonna play down stuff like that, and we're gonna just basically be able to create this. If they don't block that, I will be impressed. I'll put it that way. Now they also might have combat tricks, just like us, and be able to mess with this a little bit. They got really lucky with the tough Poro. The nice part is it's not a problem for us though. Like, they're gonna let that one through. So.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
This is a nice little clutch thing to grab.
Seize control.
You won't feel it at first.
Do not disappoint me.
Now they might have a combat trick to be able to kill it, but what I'm trying to do is force them to use anything like that. Yeah, they do. There's not a whole lot you can do there. They unfortunately are kind of ahead on the curve right now.
Tenacity through trial.
You know, we can at least come down with the Horns of the Dragon next turn and see if that might do something. Yeah, let's do it.
One day, I'll be stronger than even you, Kaya.
Because then we can put down Shen
Adorable.
for the next attack, and that's gonna be important. The reason this is so tough to deal with and why I was so quick to grab them is that it has quick attack and the regular attack, so most things, even if it can get a little damage on it after the fact if it's tanky, can't survive still, and we're still going to have a unit at the end of the day. It gets really hard. They have to basically chip down on it, which you saw last one. They were basically trying to get as much damage on it as possible, because then down the road, if you have something...
Take a stance and hold it.
No, I'm
Ready
okay
for the
trading with this. I would prefer them trade with me.
Stand firm.
Now they do have mana, so I'm not exactly sure how's it gonna go, but the nice part is it's unlikely for them to be able to do anything about it.
My friends.
That's nice.
An apt pupil.
My life for the order.
Now, if they play any more minions or things, I can actually put down Navori and block the elusives at least. Oof, that's rough.
They'll never see me coming.
Yeah, I think this is the best route to try and mitigate some of the damage. This is a tough one, I'll give it. It's a back and forth. Because Yeah, they're prepping for that to die, which is the big thing. I am personally going to go ahead and get that to be a 5/5 because I think I'm going to need that lifesteal in this game.
I'll be quick.
That was very smart. I actually did not see that coming. Oop, we're going to go ahead and go this route.
Don't test me.
Now they're not actually hitting the Nexus, so Zed will not level up, which is nice. However, I will take a lot of damage here.
Step lightly.
If I put down the Shen, give the 5/5 barrier, yeah, I think that's going to be the best because we need to make sure that we can keep this alive and keep gaining life. Yeah. Because this is our key back into the game. 5 life per turn is very hard to counteract. Which is the point. That's why I did what I did. They have their own. That's fun.
The Kinku watch over Ionia.
Watch all you want. My order will act.
Get bloody, get paid.
So I go.
This might hurt you.
Like, I'm okay with the Shen dies.
Make it
I don't
worth my
want it to,
while.
but I'm okay if it dies
You're not getting
because...
through.
Which it actually won't, funny enough, in this scenario. Unless they buff that up somehow. Yeah, I would expect them to want to do it at some point, but... As far as they're going to lose a lot here, and I'm not going to lose anything.
Master said will be pleased.
Look what you've become.
I see a little backup has arrived.
You need new jokes, Kion.
Night falls.
Swiftly, silently.
So they want to trade that, interesting. Because that means that this doesn't die.
I have many faces.
Stand firm.
I won't feel
I think
a
I have to
thing.
take this chance. The problem is I think I'm dead. Either way. Yeah, because I think I dipped below 0. That's the only thing about this I'm a little meh about, just playing Years of Magic where
I have
you wait,
disgraced
all combat happens
the
at the
kingdom.
same time, not in order, but it definitely kind of, it changes up how you play that game and you can play that kind of around that win. You can kind of see exactly how that goes then. I think Twin Disciplines is better to get than the Deny. I'm not going to be playing Deny very often. Just, my deck is generally trying to play ahead of it. So we have been streaming for a bit. So I think I'm actually going to end here. I promise I won't play the expedition until I go again. But I think it's best probably to end here and just kind of pick this up again in a bit. So thank you all who have joined or who are watching this later on, either on YouTube or in the Twitch bots. I hope you come and join us in the future when it's live, and for those that joined us, thank you so much. I will see you all in the